We visited the St. Louis Foundry about a year ago, and since then, they've opened several new food stalls, so we decided to go back and try some of the newer options and make a second video. We were pleasantly surprised that we enjoyed this visit even more, so in this video, we're going to share the new foods we tried and let you know what our favorites were.
When I saw that the new Steve's Meltdown food stall had mac and cheese, I knew I had to try it. There were several different flavors to choose from, but I chose to go with the good old-fashioned plain mac and cheese. The first thing I liked about it was how creamy it was. The noodles also had a great texture, and overall, I did like it. However, my biggest complaint was that the cheese had an almost fake, overly Velveeta-y flavor. The cheese wasn't necessarily bad, it just wasn't as good as I would have hoped. Overall, I did like the mac and cheese though, and I would like to try some of the other flavors in the future.
I started out with the garlic cheese curds from Steve's Meltdown, and they were everything I was hoping they would be. An amazing crispy batter with perfectly melted cheese that had a tremendous garlic flavor. I'm a cheese curd snob, as they are some of my favorite appetizers, so I'm not easily impressed. But these were some of the best I've had in a long time. Salty deliciousness that wasn't overly greasy or overpowering on the garlic flavor. It came with a side of marinara dipping sauce, but honestly, they didn't need it. These bad boys were perfect on their own. No matter what other food items you may get, make sure you stop by this booth and get these curds. The next thing I tried was That's Amore grilled cheese, also from Steve's Meltdown. This is a grilled bread filled with both traditional and buffalo mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and a Parmesan herb mix. After trying the amazing cheese curds, I had high expectations for this grilled cheese. While this sandwich was good, it didn't blow me away like I was hoping. It had a good texture and the bread was nice and toasty, but it was just lacking taste. With all the delicious ingredients, I was expecting a flavor punch. Unfortunately, it was more like a flavor pat. It wasn't a bad sandwich. There was just so many other delicious food items in this food hall, I would go with something else.
I decided to try the pork tacos here from Sureste, which included marinated pulled pork that had been marinated in achiote and citrus, topped with marinated onions and habanero sauce. These little tacos were jammed-packed with a lot of meat, which was a plus since I was so hungry, but they just didn't have much flavor to them. It was almost like eating a barbecue pork roll-up. They did give me a very small container of their habanero sauce, and after taking a small drop of it, I about died. This stuff was very hot, and I will not want to try it again. Overall, it was a decent taco, but with so many other options, I will probably try something else next time we go here.
The first thing I ordered was from Subdivision, and I got the Yo Adrian. It came with sauteed beef, bell peppers, cheese sauce, onions, mozzarella, and steak sauce. I asked for no onions and put the steak sauce on the side, and I'm really glad I did because this sub was perfect just how I ate it. I was a little bit worried that the bread was going to be soggy, but it wasn't at all. And I was also a little concerned about the cheese sauce because I don't care for the fake tasting canned cheese sauce that you'll unfortunately find on sandwiches like this most of the time. But let me tell you, this cheese sauce was made fresh and was incredibly delicious. I was one happy girl. The peppers were cooked perfectly and so yummy, and the meat was incredible. It wasn't chewy at all and was so flavorful. If you decide to try one of the sandwiches at Subdivision, I would suggest getting this bad boy because it was excellent.
I ordered a quarter chicken with the thigh and wing meat with a side of their homemade fries. The chicken was extremely juicy with a lot of flavor to it for essentially a rotisserie chicken. The house-made seasoning on the chicken made for a very unique flavor. I am glad that I ordered the dark meat because it was so tender and flavorful, but next time I might just try the white meat to see if it is as good. The fries really made this plate for me, and I was very glad that I ordered them. They were crispy on the outside, but yet soft and fluffy on the inside. The seasonings are their own savory blend, and they had a unique and amazing flavor to them. I will definitely be trying this chicken and fries again at Chicken Scratch in the future.
When I saw the new Berry Box food stall, I wanted to try something because everything looked so fresh, but I wasn't quite sure what to get. I ultimately chose the Beach Bowl and hoped that it would be good, and let me tell you, I chose right. The base of this bowl was half mango pineapple and half coconut, and then it had a layer of gluten-free granola, followed by fresh cut strawberries and pineapple, and finally it was topped with a drizzle of local honey and some coconut flakes. I cannot even begin to describe to you how amazing this bowl was. My favorite combo was the mango base with the fresh strawberries, and the amount of flavor was incredible. Everything was so light and refreshing, and I just could not get enough of it. From now on, whenever we visit the Foundry, I will be getting one of these bowls. It was that good.
I also decided to try a smoothie from Berry Box. I ultimately went with the So Fresh and So Green smoothie. It was a mixture of pineapple, baby kale, agave nectar, cayenne, and coconut water, and was topped with shredded coconut. This was both delicious and refreshing. It had a really good natural sweetness to it that wasn't sugary sweet. If you are looking for a light or healthy option, this drink would be for you.
The second thing I ordered was from Fordor's Killer Pizza. I got the wild mushroom half pizza, which was fontina, taleggio, parmesan, garlic, and gremolata. All of the flavors were really good and complemented each other. The cheese was definitely something I'd never had before, and you most definitely could taste the garlic. The mushrooms were very flavorful and the texture was perfect, but the star of this pizza was the crust. It was cooked so perfectly with both chewy and little crispy bits, and the flavor was a little salty and reminded me of delicious European bread. I can't wait to go back and try some of their other delicious looking pizza options in the future.
The Hello Poke stand has a build your own poke bowl. After not being able to try this stand the last time, I made sure this time it was one of my stops. I built my bowl with rice, ahi tuna, teriyaki sauce, cucumbers, edamame, mango, and sesame seeds. While this was not the most traditional, it was still a very good poke. The ahi tuna and teriyaki combo was tasty. The vegetables were fresh, and the mango added a nice sweetness to balance everything out. With so many options to build your own, if you like poke, I would recommend you give it a try.
We really enjoyed this trip to the St. Louis Foundry. If you want to see what we ate on our first visit, you can watch our original video next by clicking here now.